Hi, I'm Mackenzie, and in today's 20-minute practice, we'll explore how we can create a positive feedback loop of feeling more ease and then more free flow, and more ease in breath and in body. And so one way, as we've been seeing, we can kickstart a feeling of ease, this feeling of mutual ease as well, is to lay down and feel the support of the ground. So we can lie down, perhaps with our feet still standing, and just come to rest here. Maybe taking a couple of deeper breaths. And maybe we actually sigh or just notice the releasing sigh-like quality as we breathe out. And maybe breathe out a bit of tension in the upper back, where on the next couple of out breaths, we feel that releasing quality and let the shoulders and upper back rest more fully on the floor. Perhaps noticing the upper back melting more into the floor, and then bringing our attention to our pelvis, so heavy on the ground. And for 3 breaths, just letting it sink right into the support of the ground. And then beginning to notice the way the torso moves with the breath. The undulating waves of the breath in our belly. And then we're going to use the breath to feel more free flow that we can then bring into this feeling of our torso resting on the ground and breathing. So let's just bring our attention just to the area around the nose. And seeing if we can feel the rush of airflow coming in, flowing out. those sensations in and around the nose. That lets us know that the flow of air is happening there. And seeing if we can notice that first rush of air that lets us know the air is coming in. As if we can use our attention to notice in high definition that moment where we feel the breath coming into us. The wind of the breath is so free, so fine in its flow, that bringing our attention to this flow of air helps open our awareness to this finer feeling of flow. And let's begin to extend it to the micro movement in our fingers. So we'll be doing the 5-finger breath, where we breathe in, you can feel that free flow of air, and then breathing out in micro movement, elongating the thumbs. And on the next out breath, micro movement, elongating the pointer finger. And next, we feel the fine flow of that movement of our middle finger all the way to its fingertip. And then our ring finger, and our pinky. Repeating the 5-finger breath again at our own pace, and really noticing again in that high definition way, that smallest movement of our fingers. One by one. Breath by breath. Especially that sensitivity right at the very fingertip when we are completing our exhalation. And with this high-def awareness of our 5 fingers on both hands. Let's slowly bring them together where they don't touch, but perhaps with our eyes closed, we can bring them as close as we can without them touching, aligning thumb to thumb, pinky to pinky, all the ones in between. With that heightened sense of knowing just where our fingertips end. And the space just beyond them. And if you like, can take a little peek, see how close we are. And then with sensitive fingers coming on to the undulating belly. And a couple of sensing through our fingers, almost as if we could transfer that sensitivity of our fingers to the sensitivity of our belly right beneath our fingertips. And feel how our belly too is made up of all these micro flows. And the wave-like freedom of those flows. And just resting here. With this sense of how light and free the air is coming in and out of us. And how free too our belly is underneath our fingers. All this free flow together. And just seeing if that invites a further sense of ease into the breath. All free flow together. And then can gently rest the hands, continuing that sense of free flow of airflow, of body flow, all flowing together. So finely and freely. And gradually rolling to one side. And we will bring this into some Qigong and moving meditation, embracing movement. So it can gradually come up. And after a few adjustments, coming to stand with feet just slightly wider than hip width apart. And we'll continue to play with this cycle of ease and free flow and ease between breath and body. by first bringing the arms around and embracing a large sphere in front of us. So I'll give the side view of where it's not in close, it's this large sphere embraced out in front. And maybe feeling that sense of right to our very fingertips. Slight movement in the fingers as we breathe out. To feel that micro movement in all 10 fingers. And then flipping the hands up slightly, almost like offering something up to the ceiling. And then the hands are going to come and scoop down the middle. And we keep moving until we are back in that embrace. This outer embrace of the sphere. Slightly turning the fingers up. And imagining almost like the bowl, concave bowl of that sphere, and we're going to embrace the inside for an inner embrace of that sphere. Outer embrace and inner embrace. And beginning to flow with the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Outer embrace, inner embrace. And pausing at the bottom of this one, bending over slightly, feeling the weight of our arms just hanging down, letting them be heavy. And then giving that shake, where we might even feel some of the ripple through our elbow, through our wrist, the free flow of our arms. And then gradually coming back up. Letting the shoulders be heavy, that easefulness on the torso. And then again, breathing in and breathing out. As we embrace outer and inner. And if you'd like, almost a sense that the free flow of our breath helps us to feel that common and shared free flow of finer flows happening down the length of our arms. All this flow together. enjoying for 3 more cycles of breath. Pausing and perhaps noticing how all these little cycles of feeling a little more ease and a little more comfort and a little more ease and a little more free flow and add up to we're here at the end. We can feel sometimes that sense of how we have little by little moved ourselves into feeling more of the ease and flow that is always there for us. So thank you for practicing with me.